So welcome back to my channel, and this is another episode of my favorites. And in this episode I want to share with you some of the energetic stones and the energetic crystals and jewelry that I use to help myself and also to gain more insight and be that much more ready to serve my coaching clients. So I think this one's probably staring you right in the face, and this is an amethyst, and it's actually an amethyst geode. A geode means that it's an actual chunk of amethyst, rather large, and it is raw. Okay, so it hasn't been refined, it hasn't been tumbled, it's just the way it came out of the earth. Amethyst is interesting. It comes from the Greek word meaning not drunk. And there's a legend that back in the day, they used to make wine goblets out of amethyst, thinking that if they drank wine and other liquors out of an amethyst goblet or cup, that they would never get drunk from it. So it's an old wives' tale, I'm sure. But really what the amethyst crystal or gem stone does is really give you mental clarity, which is self-explanatory as to why it's one of my favorites. It really does open up your mind to thinking clearly. You get out of your own way a little bit better and a little bit easier. When I feel a sense of being confused about something, amethyst is something that helps. I keep it a little bit closer to my office desk, especially if I am trying to troubleshoot and work on some certain things. From the metaphysical properties, it really works on your crown chakra, and it also works on your third eye, which is your sixth chakra, and it helps to open up your third eye or give you insight or help you use your intuition, your intuitive nature more. So I like to have a piece of amethyst around me when I am coaching, because coaching is something that you use your six senses about. All your five organic senses, but you need that sixth sense to get a good read on really what's going on with your client, what's going on, what's the other message that you need. So this is really very a powerful gemstone and something I truly cherish. It's also quite beautiful in your home. So the next piece I want to share with you is calcite. This happens to be a piece of orange calcite. Now, part of this is tumbled or polished, and the rest of it is raw. And calcite increases or amplifies energy. So I'm a busy gal, and I work from usually about 5 o'clock in the morning until about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So anything that's going to amplify my energy works for me, okay? It's important for me. It's excellent for long distance healing as well. So since I do a lot of coaching over the phone with people that are not in my immediate area, as well as one-to-one coaching, face-to-face coaching, this is a nice little crystal to have to help me make sure that my message of what I'm trying to share to help my coaching client will be there. So this is wonderful for long distance healing. The other piece is that it helps to anchor. It's a grounding stone, and it helps to anchor your lower chakras. It specifically, this orange yellowish kind really works well on your second chakra and your third chakra. So your second chakra is where you sometimes store some of your, what I would call your teenage devil may care kind of attitude. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. You don't use your best judgment, you don't use good discernment, you make impulsive decisions that come back to bite you. It's a good stone for that. This is also a good stone for your third chakra in the sense that your third chakra is where you hold your adult attributes of responsibility and accountability. But if you overuse those two things, it becomes a controlling nature. So this is also good for helping you not be quite so controlling and a little bit more open to how things actually flow. This is blue calcite. And blue calcite, again, you can see that it's raw at the bottom and highly polished at the top. The metaphysical properties of blue calcite really open up what is known as your voice, or your fifth chakra. I have some thyroid issues, so this is really good for healthy reasons for your thyroid, your fifth chakra. But if you're having trouble with your voice, and let me be clear, you're either overusing it or underusing it. You're either not speaking your truth and swallowing a lot, or you're overspeaking your truth and you're being brutally honest. Calcite can help with regulating that a little bit. Its energies work with that fifth chakra to try to make it that much more balanced so that you can be the best version of yourself. So it's very powerful for communication, and it really is powerful for helping you listen so that you are better making your decision. You're not going to be so used to speaking or using your voice, so that you're doing most of the talking and not most of the listening, and therefore you wind up with not enough information to make a great decision. Blue calcite can really help you with that. Okay, so the next one I want to share with you, this is a really beautiful piece of sodalite. Now sodalite, as you can see, is also blue, different shade of blue. All right, but sodalite is also good for your throat chakra, okay, your fifth chakra, and it really does help with issues with self-worth and self-esteem, and it increases your self-confidence by promoting trust in your own ability to make a decision. So if you're someone who thinks everybody else is smarter than you, this is a good stone for you, because we're all smart. We just access our smartness differently. And not everybody who promotes their smartness is necessarily giving you good information. So, you know, I tend to want to say that we all have the answers inside of us. It's whether we're digging it out, listening to our own intuitive wisdom, and making ourselves personally smart so that we be more self-reliant and not so reliant on the opinion of others. This is a great stone for that. And it really can help to anchor that in people. Okay. Then the next one I'd like to share with you is rose quartz. Most people know about rose quartz. Maybe they've received a piece of rose quartz, but rose quartz is very good because it's good for the heart chakra. And this is a wonderful gemstone or crystal to use like on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, anytime you want to make an expression of love or a gift of love. Rose quartz is a wonderful thing. It's a great Feng Shui adjustment stone. If you want to put it in your relationship corner, in any room, or in your bedroom, if you want to put it in the relationship corner to promote your relationships with your spouse or your partner, it's a great little rock element to work with that. But it clearly opens up your heart chakra. It is the stone for love, and it's also the stone for self-love. So that if you haven't really been paying good attention to your own needs, and you really feel like you've been in a relationship that hasn't served you well and you're out of it now, and maybe you need to fall back in love with yourself first before you have another relationship with another person, this is a good stone for you. Okay, and then of the big stones, the last one I want to share with you is citrine. Now this happens to be my favorite. I am so attracted to citrine, it is not funny. Maybe it's the color, maybe it's the energy, but boy, I love citrine. I love citrine jewelry. I love citrine, geodes and stones. I just can't get enough of citrine. And when you think about it, citrine brings in the power of the sun because it's bright and it's powerful. It also has a warmth about it, and there's something very comforting just looking at how the sun or the light plays off of a nice piece of citrine. It stirs your soul into action. I don't know how else to explain it. It just makes you feel like you've got the power of the sun, and not that you're invincible, but that you have the ability to do whatever it is you're setting your mind out to do. So citrine is great for that. There's some other metaphysical pieces. It's very good for manifesting abundance, for bringing in finance and helping you stabilize your finances. So if you're great at making money but not necessarily keeping money, this is the one for you. It's got a warmth presence. Again, it anchors because of its deeper tones of red and kind of fiery orange. It feeds your base chakras, the Mother Earth chakra, your root chakra, and your social chakra. So it anchors you to Mother Earth a little bit more so that you feel more rooted and more resilient. Again, that pretty much plays into the call to action and can-do spirit that this particular element kind of exudes. So now let me share with you one of my very best favorite, probably my go-to crystal, which is an Austrian crystal. So let's start with this. An Austrian crystal is, as a Feng Shui practitioner, I am addicted to crystals. I have them all over my home, I have them all over my office, I give them as gifts, and they're, to me, the essence of what you would first do with a Feng Shui adjustment. So what Austrian crystals do is they collect all the white light energy of the universe, and then they fractionate it like rainbow energy and spread it around a particular area. This happens to be a clear Austrian crystal. This is 40 millimeters, this particular crystal at the end. This is also 10 millimeters of red Austrian crystal. So this entire crystal is 50 millimeters of crystal. Big juju, okay? 50 millimeters of Austrian crystal is a very big Feng Shui adjustment tool. So this is something, you can see this one happened to be made with 2 hearts on it, so I would give this as a wedding gift. There are others that have money symbols on it and different things that you can purchase or have made. I think I got this with the crafts, somebody who was making these crafts. But you can see it's not just very beautiful, but you wouldn't mind this hanging in your room and in your office or in your home. And I have them spaced out throughout my home all over the place. If you don't know where to hang a crystal, hang it in a window. Hang it in a window. You can never go wrong hanging a crystal in a window and letting the sun work its magic and spread rainbow energy all around. I also wear a lot of crystals. So these are my clear Austrian crystals. Sometimes I pick them up at, these I actually inherited. Sometimes I pick them up at antique shops or fairs, but they're just beautiful. And anytime my energy is low or I want to do something special, these go on. This is a very special necklace. This is, the colors here have to do with your chakras and the Om Padme Hum element of Buddhism. So when I am doing any kind of energetic healing, when I'm at a craft fair and I'm doing hands-on healing, I'm doing Reiki or reflexology, I usually will wear these crystals to keep my energy strong so I can be of service to the person that I'm working on. And then Austrian crystals also come in other colors. So, you know, if I'm really trying to maximize my intuition, use my purple Austrian crystals to open up my crown chakra. They're not just pretty, they're functional, and they really help me to, you know, open up my third eye and my crown chakra so that I can get all the information I need during, you know, whatever activity that I am using. And then, lastly, I don't want you to undervalue the power of pearls. Now, pearls open up your third eye as well. So anytime I'm doing a job interview or I'm interviewing a new client and I want to make sure I'm going to get all the information and see the meaning behind some body language, maybe understand the meaning behind some things that are being said that are not quite clear, put your pearls on, because you actually do wear them right in the chakra line for opening up your third eye, and they are very powerful for helping you get all the information that you need. So again, I'm just sharing with you some of the things that I use to augment my energy and to augment my purpose in life. The earth is filled with tools that you can use to make yourself healthy, body, mind, and spirit.